Okay, Ireland should be here at some point. At least they texted or emailed me, but
Nick
they're
said
not
he'd
here
be
right
here.
now, so.
You saw Nick when Friday? Sometime, whatever it's on.
Oh, you'll be coming too?
Well,
Well,
he
he
needs
said.
a trip,
We've
but
been sorely
I don't
missing
know.
a lot of people.
Yeah, Lisa's not coming tonight either, so.
Yeah.
But she'll probably be back next week. Her dad died, and so it's been a rough few weeks in hospice, and now she's
Yeah.
sick. I mean, funeral was last Monday, which is why.
Stress to do that anyway. I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
which is why we weren't here. Yeah, it was a rough few weeks.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If I start to doze off, somebody kick me, please.
Yeah.
See, I woke up at 2:00 yesterday afternoon, going since.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
2:00.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's okay to sleep through class. You could, like,
Oh,
you
it's
might
not.
have to get some sleep.
What's that?
Okay.
Are you gonna be driving home tonight?
Yeah, I'm only about a mile and a half from
Okay,
here,
that's
so.
fine.
Well, that's good.
But they do say most accidents happen within a mile of home.
Oh, I
So-
thought they said 5 miles.
Well, because you're always within a mile of home. If you're, you know what I mean? Like, on any given day, you're in the morning within a mile of home.
It's true.
And so the probability of, something
It is
occurring.
there.
Okay. I'm gonna start things with this.
Oh. I don't know.
Hey. Voice on.
Oh, good.
All right.
That was fun.
Show off.
Yeah. She asked for it.
Oh, that was perfect. I was thinking the same thing, going, oh, you should get C.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Joe.
Go ahead.
Did you watch on Friday night, did you happen to see, this was memorial for the shooting in Lewiston?
Yeah,
We were talking
that
about that.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I didn't show up to it, but I heard we had a little bit of help, and yeah, it was a big thing in the deaf community. Unfortunately, they were.
It was, but
Yeah.
the reason I bring it up is there were two things that caused me to have a question.
Mhm.
One was one of the speakers, it was very good, I thought it was very informative for people like in my position, trying to figure this out. Because the memorial nature of the speaking was very repetitive. People would say, and in our community, this happened, and then our community came together, so you kept on hearing repeated words.
Yeah.
And I didn't see too much of this, I saw a little of that, but it seemed like they used a house, you know, like a sort of a soft house.
Really?
Yeah.
That was our. Do you think maybe it was this?
Is it, what is that?
This is a group, or it's more of a contextual sign for a number of people grouped together.
Okay, that's
That's
probably
what I
just
would-
what it
yeah,
was.
that's
what
what I would've
And I
said
was
it was.
seeing it as a house.
Yeah, you often see this is like our globe, our world, deaf world is often
Yeah.
done like this. You do it a little bit softer like this to show a set amount of people, and then there's community, of course, which is just the sign for it.
And the other one was, the next speaker, spoke at, or signed at length about, this thesis she was trying to put forward, that opposites attract, and you had this tragedy, but good stuff came out of it, that was her theme. And so she wanted to make the focus of her theme the word and she
okay.
just kept on using and.
Yeah.
And it was just this big thing, and. But it seems like, you know, like in Life Print Bill and all that, and is kind of played down.
Yeah.
In the real deaf community, they don't do and, or they don't do a lot of it.
Okay, that's more of a language, like an artistic choice. And exists in ASL, but we don't use it the way that we do in English. But I went to the store and back to my house. You don't really need to do that. I go to the store and then back to my house.
Mhm.
The sign for back kind of emphasizes that you went from one place to another. Don't need to use the word and. But it seems like they were making the focus of their lecture, in some for lecture or their speech, the actual word and, because and is important. It's a follow-up. It's what happens next. So they wanted to emphasize the word for and. They decided to use it for a more artistic choice. But yeah, we don't really use and all that much.
I think what
It's a
she's-
cool choice of them to use, though. I like that.
I think what I took from her conversation, 'cause she was an actress as
Mm.
well, what I took from her conversation was just saying, you know, this and that. That this occurred, that occurs, but there's a lot in the middle.
Hmm.
It's the and is where life is. You live, you're born, you die. It's you live and die. There's and plays much more of a part of our life than this small little thing. We focus on this and that, but life occurs in the middle. There's all this other stuff that happens in the middle. So that
Well-
and is stretched out, but we don't.
I want to
Yeah.
ask if what you guys saw, did they use and as a motif, like specifically to show it being lengthened? Was it like very specifically and was used like that?
I don't think she did.
Hmm.
But I mean, I don't know that I remember.
And I saw her doing this a lot, I mean, she
Yeah.
kept on repeating the word and.
Yeah, because that's a very good sign that it's spatial and you can use it in context to describe things about, like, you know, life itself existing in this, and you can keep on using the sign and then describe more about like this life part here, and you can set up this space as a motif, I guess. That's cool. I need to look up that speech and see if she did anything cool with that word.
Yeah, she was probably the only one that I focused less on her signing and was focused more on what the person was saying, because they had somebody speaking as an interpreter, because
Oh, was this a hearing person speaking and an interpreter?
she was she was a deaf person speaking.
Okay.
Who
And-
was it?
I don't know, she was an actress, but not anybody I know.
She wasn't in the tragedy or anything, she wasn't from.
No, but
Lewiston.
she had a tragedy, a shooting that she was a part of over in Europe recently, because she
Right.
started off with how she understood the experience. Nobody died, she wasn't a part of it, but she was, she was talking about, like, within 15 minutes, all these people reached out to her to make sure she was okay.
Mhm.
But her message for me started off a little rocky, like a little disorganized, and I suddenly went like, oh, I've got to focus on the words of what's being said, because I couldn't follow. Because she started off with, I don't know why I was invited here. Like, she had no part of Lewiston, she wasn't connected to the community, she was a deaf actress, and she was involved in a shooting, elsewhere that wasn't, she was just in the vicinity, it wasn't in a location that she was, still terrifying. But
Yeah.
so it was a different, for me, I was focused, of all the interpreters that I was paying attention to, for me, the message was harder to understand, because she was very verbose, like she
Right.
repeated, but it just wasn't as organized and structured as some of the other speeches, like the wife of one of the deceased that went up there, that had the 4 kids.
The spiderweb
Yeah,
person?
she was awesome.
Spiderweb
like-
person's really good, yeah.
Yeah, so it was the wife of one of the
She
people
was-
that was
She was
deceased at
talking about,
Schminke's.
someone, that she only knew 4 people, so she only knew 4 people in the actual
Yeah.
tragedy, but then she found out she actually knew 8 or 10, because someone,
Someone,
someone was, at her kid's daycare, worked at her kid's daycare, she didn't know.
Like,
it,
she
but
was
found out.
connected in some
So
way.
she kept on getting reconnected to
Yeah.
other people, so.
So she used the idea of how a web, we might only see a web, but in between this big thing, but in between there's all these tiny little strands that are really strong that we don't always pay attention to. And so she referred to, this is a teacher at my kid's daycare, or this is the son of my, next door neighbor's dentist.
Yeah, right.
Like, it was like 7 degrees of, separation, but she was great, and so she was very clear, very articulate, and she signed really well.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Alright, I'll consider doing something with speeches in the future where we break down some words, but that's a little complicated.
yeah, it was great though. I mean, it was
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, thanks for sharing that. That's a really important thing to talk about. We're gonna get back to numbers next, is what I'd like to review. How is everyone feeling about the numbers?
Not good, but
About saying
So
first
sad.
20 or something.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I actually remembered how to do them.
Here, let's just
1
start.
through 10 is easy, it's after that that it gets.
10.
Actually, I think
Excellent.
I
Okay,
don't
we can
know
do that.
the after part.
I'm just trying to do it. It's been a while.
Yeah, let's go over it. Yeah, all together, I'd like us to just do this on beat. 1, 2, 3. Let's see it. Oh, let's see a different count of 3 from you. There we go. We have 3, 4, 5. Now how about 6? That looks good. 6 is our pinky, and from there it goes inward. 7, 8, 9 to our thumb. 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got that down. Now, without my help, I'd like us to just go around and go from 11.
I don't remember
11 is the bounce.
11.
Finger.
Oh, okay.
Palm facing towards us like this. 11. How about 12?
Wait,
Yeah, it's gonna be facing you. There you
Okay.
go. 11. Do you remember 12?
2 things.
There you go. Yeah, you bounce the 2. Daily in 13. That is the rule for the next number, the 16 onwards. But 13, we're just gonna do this.
Yes,
Oh, that's what- yeah.
that's right.
13. So we have 11, 12, 13 goes down, and 14. Remember, Donna?
No.
That's
I
okay. I
missed
don't
this
actually
class.
know. Yeah, it's been a
My
while.
fingers don't bounce like that. How about yours?
You can take it
13.
easy. Like 12 doesn't have to be this big. You can just 12, 12, 13, 11,
You're
like,
so good at that, cause
yeah.
I'm
They're just flittering. And not bouncing, flittering.
no, you're doing
I
great.
like that.
Is it? Okay, so what, 11,
Yep.
12,
Make sure that thumb is in for 12.
oh
There you
yeah,
go.
then 13,
What do you think 14 might be?
oh god, I hope it's 14,
We're gonna face it towards you.
oh, 14,
14.
14.
I like to keep my fingers closed like that, just helps to
And your
differentiate.
thumb stays in,
Oh, what?
your thumb is in.
Yeah, thumb stays in to represent 4. And 15? 15, there we go. And do you remember 16? That's pretty close. We're gonna do a wrist
Oh,
twist.
that's right, yeah.
So from here on, we do the 16, 17 exactly. 18, there you go. 19, and have you seen 20 before?
No, but I'm gonna go 20.
Are you doing 2 years over? No. We pinch these two.
Oh, that's
20.
right, it's
A little
the
birdie.
bird.
for 20.
It's the little birdie for 20.
Yeah.
Tweet, tweet, 20, 20, bird one.
Yeah, that's perfect. From here on, I'm just gonna do 10s. 20 is a little bit weird. We'll review that in other classes, but we go from 10 to 20. 30 is just a single motion, 3-0. 40 is 4-0, 40. 50 is
5-0.
5-0. Same for 60. 70, 80, 90. I don't remember 100.
It's C, it's,
That's pretty
One
close. I like
C.
that one.
yes.
Yeah, you've got the right idea.
One C, one C.
It is 1C. We do 1C like
One
this.
C, one C, yes.
Or you can take the 1 and just kind of shrink it. You go like 100.
That's
You
right.
pull it back just a little bit. The same with the 1C. We usually do this just to denote that we're not finger spelling when we do C. We do 100.
Are we still facing us? My hand's still facing me?
It'll be facing away from you. Palm orientation like that. 100 or 1C. 1C. Excellent. Alright, now that we've gone through alphabet and numbers, I'm going to go through our just standard vocab that we've done. But I'd like to introduce more sentences because you all recommended that I start doing that. So, really quickly, I want you all to practice. We've made it. Back to the Jeff we know and love.
Not that fake, Jeff.
Okay. I want to really quickly also rehash the who am I side. We have my name is versus who am I. And this is used in more of a formal setting. We say like, hello class, I am Jack. Like who I am as a person, I'm introducing myself as Jack. This is an introductory sign. You do it in front of like an audience. Hi. Just like that. But you don't usually do that when you're meeting someone for the first time, one-on-one, something like that. No. I hope you all remember some of the responses to this. assigned for a week.
Oh,
Yeah, you have Monday, Tuesday,
Yeah,
Wednesday.
okay.
So,
last week? Last week, something about the, oh. How am I? Oh.
we're doing last week.
Mhm.
How are you? How were you last week?
Oh.
The sentence structure is weird, but you do the
Okay.
time first and then you move into the comment.
Okay, how was I last week? Okay.
Same. Man,
Never changes,
no, it doesn't seem like it.
and it's not gonna change until after January.
Hmm. Hmm.
Say again. Oh, night, brother.
Do you recognize this sign?
Yeah, night.
Excellent.
Oh.
What about here? This is a sign for today or now.
Oh, okay, okay.
And when we do it like this, it's
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, you all definitely know fine, good, bad. That's all easy stuff. But you're not right.
You on board?
Excellent. Bored.
I'm not bored.
You can go ahead and just call it out. I don't know. I'm trying new things.
Excited.
Excellent.
Angry.
Upset.
Upset.
There we go. Okay.
Tired.
Tired,
exhausted.
exhausted, that last one.
There we
yeah.
go. Tired, sleepy, and exhausted. See,
Happy.
happy. Excellent.
So how would you say happy birthday? Cause you had a,
There's happy and birthday. You use your middle finger, chin, down there. Happy birthday.
Cool.
okay.
When I first learned that, I was taught birthday. Because I looked it up on Google, like, how do you sign birth and day? And like, oh, birth and day. I went up to my uncle, like, oh, a happy birthday. Happy, the day of your
Didn't work.
born. It's just like a little too visceral of a sign, so should have just gone with birthday, is all I'm saying. That's why you have to be careful around Google.
Yeah.
How about sad? Can anyone show me? Excellent. Both of our hands going down. Sad. And nervous? Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. And stressed. Oh. You'll remember the stressful signs.
That's what you do to us.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
So you never saw him blow his top?
Oh, I didn't teach you that one? Okay.
This is stress?
This is stress, yeah.
2 times, yeah.
Oh, sure.
As unhealthy as it is, you want to push it down.
Yeah.
And to blow your top, to like freak out, is blow your top. You twiddle your fingers, slam it down. That's-
Assembled.
My teacher today was just pestering me. I'm gonna blow my top soon. Like, that's how you use that. Freak Look
gonna
out,
teach that to
man.
my son, see if he can do it that way instead of blowing his top.
How old's your son?
17.
That's prime blowing your top age, I think.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I have signs for ask. Do you remember ask you? There we go. So, I want to ask you, where do you live? Ask you. You point it directly to the person you're talking to. It's directional. Or, I want to ask all of you, where do you live? Like that. How about confused or confusion? I think you remember that. Excellent.
What was the other one?
Or,
Oh yeah, you remember the huh
That's
sign?
Tom. What was it? Wasn't there another one?
That's just
Oh,
a single.
because that it would be, that, yes, confused or huh.
Yeah, we have a question on the brain, just a single one. And then this, you do kind of want to like move it a little bit, kind of form the question. You jerk your head back a little bit. You're really, the force of the questions are hitting your brain. Again, that's just kind of a funny sign. It's not used all that often. Confusion again, you do use that claw handshake, make sure it's really rigid, swirl it around. And often used together is confusion and chaos, or everything gets thrown out of proportion. You can just be like really muddling through it. I've given up. Too confusing. That's kind of how you do that.
That's sort of how I feel about all of these questions.
Oh
Would
man.
this also be chaos?
Hmm.
Is it
Confusion
confusion?
and then it throwing it.
Chaos
Throwing
is
it.
when you throw it like that.
Chaos.
Yeah.
All that
So
crazy.
confusion, swirling around, then
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
The same way that stress and blow your top have the same base, confusion and chaos are the same idea, but you're, manipulating the sign a little bit. Just as an example for that, this is a sign for example real quick. So I can show you an example, you can show me. It's a directional sign, just like help or ask you.
so when you go like that, it's because it's all of us, right?
Yeah, you keep the
all-
hand out because your palm is sort of the example you're pointing to your little example. You can say, you don't mind showing me the sign for blank, show me.
Don't mind us.
so is your finger,
Don't mind.
is your finger pointing in like that, or is it a?
It's just showing it.
I use the palm as the thing that you're showing and you point to it like that. But you can kind of turn towards yourself a little bit for show me, but whatever is easier really. So an example, just confuse the teacher, he's signing really bad and confused. That's a way you do that. How about the WH words, the question words, like who? Remember who? Awesome. So, who is he? Who are you? Who is that person who has the flip phone? Who are you? Just like that. Phone is easy enough. I don't think I need to tell anyone that. Next are what? There's two signs for this that I like to go over. We have our first sign, what? And our what do sign. Excellent.
Is that also the sign for do,
For doing, yeah.
for doing?
When you do it questioningly, what are you doing, what's up, or what just happened. It's also used for when you're asking what in the context of a thing that is currently going on, or what is that thing over there, like that recording, what's up with that? What is it doing? What's it there for? It is what, but more in the context of action words. How about when? Yeah, instead of signing it like that, we want to make sure it goes to the tip of your finger. When? So like, is Halloween? When's Halloween? Some people sign it like this, other people do it with the mask.
What is that?
Halloween.
Halloween?
Oh, how?
Others also do it like this. It's a very regional sign with Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. All of those. Next is where. Where? Excellent. Everywhere. And like I've repeated in the past, most of these question signs, you sign them first and then go on with your comment. Well, no, I'm sorry, that's the wrong way around. Library where you do the topic first and then end it with your question sign. Yeah. Going to the store when, library where, just like that. Like punctuation almost. How about why?
I see.
Yeah, the middle finger ones are always
Oh,
weird.
middle finger.
Yeah, so we have Y like you were doing before, doing the full Y, or you can do the kind of scratch with your middle finger and make sure to do like a flat palm. There you go. Y. Candy, I can't eat. Like why? That. Now, I would like to go over our time signs. This is the one that I want to really harp on tonight. You all know your numbers quite well, so I'm going to be going through some quick little questions. Let's see. Alright, first I'll just review the basic signs. We have day, just like that. How about yesterday? That's a good idea, but we'll revisit that.
Something like this, right?
Alright, then we've got it close. It's with your thumb, yesterday.
Okay.
Now, following with this, do you remember tomorrow?
Yep.
There we go. Tomorrow, just like that. Yesterday, tomorrow, and every day.
Oh,
It also follows this.
yeah,
Interesting.
Oh.
You're pretty, yeah, there we go.
Oh, yes.
Right, yes.
Excellent. Every day, just like that.
Yep.
Yesterday, tomorrow, every day. Perfect. Now, how about our morning, noon, and night? Can Carol, you give me morning? That's pretty.
Sorry.
That's another dirty silence. No, but you were correct. I'm sorry. I should stop telling you when you do. Morning is with our plan. Morning, excellent. Noon. I want someone to show me noon. Excellent. Noon, just like that. And afternoon. Perfect. And night. Yeah, we've all got night, just like that. I have not shown you two that go along with this same horizon line sign. We have sunrise, which is with an F. This kind of goes right along. And sunset. Excellent. Day, morning, night, sunrise, sunset, all that stuff works. Now, we briefly went over week. I'd like to see week really quick. We're gonna do with our palm facing us. Week. Does anyone remember last week, which we did? Yeah, last week goes behind our back like this. Last week. But next week, there we go. Next week wraps either around our hand, or you can kind of jump it underneath. I think it feels kind of smooth to do next week like that, so I prefer that. Lastly, every week repeats. This goes the same for every month. Every day kind of does that because you repeat it. Every year bounces similarly, but every week. So, the final thing we're going to review, and then I'm going to ask you a whole bunch of questions, is our weekdays. Does anyone remember? We have Monday just like this. We're going to point the palm like that. Monday.
Oh, we're doing Monday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Monday. Excellent.
Something like that.
We have Tuesday. Wednesday. Now here's the weird one, Thursday. Here we go, Carol's got it, David's got it. Thursday just flicks outwards. Sorry, Donna, if I'm going a little bit too fast, I haven't
Nope,
gone
go
over
for
any
it.
of
I'm
these.
not gonna remember it, but I'm doing it.
Thursday, Friday. Again, palm facing us, Friday. Saturday. And Sunday is the last weird one, Sunday. Excellent.
How does somebody know what you're doing if your palm and fingers are facing you?
I wish that there was an easy
Because-
answer to that question.
Because you're doing it, and I'm like, yeah, you're just kind of going like this, because I have no idea what you're doing, really.
It's the same reason why deaf people know that you sign Daleen when you sign it, figure spell it really quickly. It's like, you've just seen it enough times, you just kind of know after a while. Like, Monday looks similar to Saturday, but like, that's just enough for deaf people and for people who are fluent in
It's
it.
probably context too.
Yeah. I don't know, if you're just saying like
Well, yeah.
last week Monday, it could very well be last week Saturday. Yeah, you just sort of have to be vigilant, I guess. It's annoying, but you can always ask clarification. Like, oh, Saturday, Monday, which? You can do that. Okay. Just briefly, do you remember what this sign is?
Oh, man.
How many, exactly? Many. Similarly, that means many, like a lot. But we do how many goes upwards. So,
So this would be, how many? A lot.
Wednesday? Wednesday. Wednesday. Do that one more time.
Oh,
Wednesday? Okay. Day. Oh, what is that?
Today's Monday.
Thank you. The days of the week eluded me completely.
Yeah.
just to remind everyone, it's Monday today.
Oh.
2 days in the future. Excellent.
So would you do Mondays today, or would you do today's Monday?
Today, Monday.
Oh, today.
There's kind of a rhetorical question that happens when we say things with regards to time. Like, now? Monday. We kind of do the eyebrows upward, like, now? Understand? It's Monday. That's kind of the structure. Yeah, Monday is today. That doesn't feel right.
Say again, please. I got the yesterday and day, but.
Is there any confusion with a certain time?
Go again.
Let's see one more time.
Okay, yesterday. Okay, oh, okay. Right, remember today is again, okay.
Excellent. Sunday. Perfect.
circle the sun, around the Sunday, is that it?
Yeah, I do it around. There's a little bit of variance with how people sign it, but Sundays
I thought
typically.
this was like hallelujah.
That's why I thought, that's why I was going like this.
It's pretty close. I think hallelujah is the same as celebration. Like, woo, hallelujah. Okay. No, sorry, this is class.
Yeah,
3 weeks. We started with 3 weeks, right? No, what did we start with?
I did
3
it 3
weeks.
times, sorry.
What?
I did do it 3 times, you're right, but
Oh, okay, this one. You just,
No,
it was just,
no.
go ahead,
Every-
keep, what's the rest of it? What day is this?
class.
Do I have to say Monday or something?
Oh,
Where am I?
excellent. Every week, what day is this class? Again, you start out with the time.
Ah,
So, what day does this class meet every week? Is
This
the
week,
better word to
okay,
say.
okay.
that's what makes it hard, because the sentences are not the same as every.
Yeah,
Try to
yeah.
That's
put
why
those
you have to-
signs together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you have to do it a couple times
Yeah.
before, you know, we catch on, okay, got the first few
Absolutely, yeah.
words, now, okay, now.
I know I'm like staring at you, waiting for you to answer me, but like, and I'm patient. It's fine. It does help to think about sign language as though you're building blocks of the language. You don't want someone to be confused while looking at your signs, so you establish it with a little foundation. Today, every week, Monday. Okay, now I know what time we're talking about. Now they're gonna talk about the topic. What is the sentence about? Every week I go. Okay, now I know what time he's talking about, what's happening, and now he's gonna comment on it. Where does he go? What's the point of the sentence? Every week I go to the store. It just kind of builds off each other in a nice way. It's very structured like that. So,
Unfortunately, English isn't, so, you know, it's,
well,
I said English isn't necessarily structured like that, so it's hard to.
nope.
Put the context, yeah.
English is a whole mess of language. Okay.
Well, one good thing is you don't have to, I mean, since there are fewer words, you can eventually catch up.
Yeah. Donna, we went over time. I don't think you were there for this, but with time, like, right now, it's 6. You bounce it right off your wrist. 6. Make sure you do that pinky for 6. 6:41. 4:1. So if you were to do, it is 12 o'clock noon, you bounce it off your wrist. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, just like that. So. Excellent. 7. Just like that. I give it a little bit of a shake. That was perfect though. This is a sound for we, just in case. It's not very, I prefer to do we like this to show everybody, but this is just we, nice and easy. And there is a sign for to leave. And when a lot of people are leaving, there's like a mass exodus. There's a lot of people leaving. So you all leave 7 o'clock. Excellent. Oh, I already asked you the question. No.
Hold on.
Excellent. This class, how many minutes?
Can I have a translation of all that? What was the question?
This class, how many minutes? That's how we're doing it.
Minutes.
Jalen said 60. That is correct.
It's like star people over here.
I had to think about that.
Could you do that one again?
This class, how many minutes? Like I said before, you kind of do a rhetorical question for a lot of these. Like, this class? And then you go to, how many minutes is this class? And
So this is
yeah.
minutes.
Minutes.
I think that's weird, but this is my Donna, I find that if I do this, it's hard for me to do that. I have to do it this way.
Is it
It's
easier?
weird.
I'm sitting here going which way feels comfortable, cause I've messed it up a few times and I'm like, this doesn't feel right, this feels right.
Typically, the structure we do it is you have an anchor hand, which is your non-dominant hand, to set up. You use your anchor hand. Minute, anchor hand is this. Help, anchor hand is this. Your non-dominant hand is usually what stays still or points, stuff like that. And then your dominant hand is all the complicated figure spelling and twisting and celebrating and whatever.
Yeah, I see that, but this,
For me, it's the opposite, so
I can
feel like-
spell and all that with this hand, that feels comfortable, but when you're doing something with 2 hands, it doesn't feel like this would be the anchor, like,
You're right-handed, right?
I am right-handed, but this, when you did minute,
You're
when
doing
you
your anchor hand
start-
as your right hand there. That's a little weird.
that's what I'm saying, like, when I do start, that would be my hand move, right? This would be,
Yeah, that's
right?
fine. 'Cause
But when you do minute, this
Yeah,
that
doesn't
feels
work.
okay.
Like, this
Oh, that
doesn't,
doesn't
But it
work.
doesn't matter,
Yeah.
does it? I mean,
You can do it
It
either
doesn't-
way,
switch
but,
it doesn't
you know,
matter, but
I
it
think-
just feels
Oh,
like,
look.
You don't want to switch hands that much. You want to pick one and stay with it, but like, I don't know if it's that
So
big of a
I'm using
bother.
this
I guess you
hand
can see what works.
right, but for me it's
Set
Okay.
opposite,
rhythm.
cause this
I
would
thought
be
it
my
was
hand
doing-
that would be moving, but it's this hand.
I think the problem is that this is 2 pointer fingers, and you're doing something kind of dexterous by pointing to an accurate spot on your hand. So it feels a little weird to have to find that and then move the other hand. Just give it some practice, as with all things.
Yeah, that is easier.
I know,
Go to
Okay. Lightning fast. 7. If you can, try to keep that pinky up. I don't know if that's easy.
Yeah, fingers aren't as dexterous as they
No, the
were
6, 7,
years
8, 9 are
ago.
like a whole jungle of twists and
Could you
turns.
repeat the question, please?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, is this
This
is
way,
in?
yeah, this is
Yeah,
in.
that's
In.
What's that?
yeah,
I
okay.
didn't need to sign in, I just wanted to give that so I could show you an example of it.
Could you just say in a week?
You can say every week. How many days?
In every week.
You start out with every week, and then how many days? Like that.
Got it.
Mhm.
Oh.
We're gonna do one more time.
Remember how to do it. Oh no, it's
Excellent. 14, just like that.
I'm sorry.
I'm so, yeah, I shouldn't have picked you.
What was that?
I just asked him, how many days are in 2 weeks?
Oh. Um.
I may not have taught you this one. So
no, I don't think you did.
I forgot what 10 was. So it's
which one are you trying to sign?
14.
Oh, that's for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
No.
isn't that what you just said? 3 weeks. Oh.
All right.
Was it?
I don't think I taught you 21. Sorry. 21.
Oh.
Oh,
21.
Oh. I thought it would be like 2 1s.
Yeah, it's weird. The 20s are a mess.
Okay.
We have 21,
I was doing,
22,
And it's palm out for this.
21,
Yeah.
22, 23,
Oh, yeah, easy for you to
and I
say.
can get ready for this.
Easy for you to say.
24,
Do that one again?
24,
20.
yep, 25,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, oh,
let's
yeah, right.
forget the 20s.
and now 26, 27, 28.
25 is your middle finger wiggling?
Mm-hmm. The 20s are the worst. No other numbers do this.
So 25.
25.
Just
That's it, just
no
25.
20. So
Just-
this is
just-
just a, 25.
Yeah, 25.
25.
Wow.
Yeah, it's horrible. Sorry I brought that into your lives, but we won't use it too much. Okay, I'm gonna have faith in you. Excellent. June, just like that. Who has a not 4-letter month for a birthday?
Oh, wait. Abbreviated or just straight
Yeah,
through?
do you remember the time?
No.
5.
Go ahead and give me your best shot based on just, they're all finger spelled,
Oh.
but there's something different about the long ones. Dang. March is fully finger spelled, sorry. Alright, but everything else, you get the gist.
So mine's April. Is that full?
April is also APRIL.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I
whatever
lost you.
that
Yeah,
is.
it is more than 4. Okay. April, March, those are all finger spelled. January is just Jan. February, FEB, February. That's how the months go.
Is June fully spelled or is it just J-U-N?
June is fully spelled.
July is what-
Same thing with July. April and July are often spelled with a little bit of
Flair.
you just
To
said,
that.
yeah, I don't know what that is, but
July.
didn't look anything.
They're panache.
J-U-L-Y.
And when I do the L, I try to do this. for
Yeah, I
whatever
do
reason.
too,
I can't get my-
I do too.
I can't get it to work right, my pinky wants to go out.
April.
So this thing that you do a lot is, especially with J words,
Mhm.
but you kind of do a circle.
Yeah.
And you start with the J,
April was the same way.
but you then do the U and then the N, by the time you come back up, you're at the end of the word.
I'm not sure why that is. I think deaf people just like the momentum of J, so we kind of just keep it going. Jack, or I do Jack a little bit tighter. July, I don't know the other J words. But yeah, you're right. We do just typically do that for our own reasons. Mhm. Okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
Forward, right? Yes.
There we go.
Right.
Sunday both like that. So the weekend, which 2 days are those? And then a repeated weekend, just for clarification. That's Saturday, Sunday. Now.
Um. Is it what time am I going to sleep? No, I'm morning, are you sleeping? Oh, it's morning, am I sleeping? No. I have no idea.
These sentences are a little bit confusing because of the word
Do
order.
I sleep until noon?
Yeah, at noontime. Are you asleep?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of questions in sign language they're short, much shorter than in English. So when we try to interpret them into our mind, noon, you sleep, it feels weird, but
So what's the difference between sleep and sleepy?
sleepy is you act it out a little bit more.
Oh, okay,
You
all
flutter it, you kind of
Alright,
shoulders
I was
down.
thinking that was sleepy.
Sleep is very decisive. You're pulling the
Okay.
curtain down. Sleep. It's like that. Excellent. You made it through my little gauntlet of questions.
Well, you're gonna ask us where we live?
Hmm?
I thought you were gonna ask us where we live.
Where we live.
Did you say that? Did he not say that?
That was one of the questions, he wasn't going around asking us.
I was just popcorning that. I feel like that would
Would
be
you
a
like
little
us to know where you
invasive.
Invasion of privacy.
Yeah. Okay. Do we want to learn new signs or go over animals?
Could you tell us how to say grandson and granddaughter?
Yes.
Yeah, what I did was, this is grandfather
Yeah,
and grandmother.
Yeah.
But you just do grandson,
okay.
granddaughter. Just like
Is the
that.
grand twice or is
Yeah, it's twice
boom
that way.
boom and then the,
Yeah, daughter. Just like that.
so daughter, you just go from the chin to the crook.
Mhm.
But granddaughter, you go boom boom crook.
You go to palm, right?
I think it's signed quickly enough that people are okay with doing it just a single time. But because you go from this to the daughter motion, you kind of like bounce it twice.
Okay,
Yeah, so that was confusing the way that I signed it, but you can just worry about signing it once. One
Okay.
boom, like that. Granddaughter.
because the dictionary guy,
Yeah, it's
Dr. Bill says spell grand,
Oh, really?
and, yeah.
He's probably from California. And California. I'm not calling Californians anything. In California, deaf people fingerspell a lot more, as opposed to signing more complicated signs or more, I guess, creative signs where they take a rule and apply it. Like grandmother goes like that, so granddaughter would do that. In California, they typically, or the West Coast, they fingerspell a lot, which gets
He's
really
from Sacramento.
It what?
He's from Sacramento.
Oh, he is?
In one of the videos, you can see they talk about where they're from.
You can also tell based on how people sign pizza, pizza.
Oh my gosh.
There might be a couple more.
Deep dish.
Yeah, they're dotted all around.
So how do you do son and daughter? Cause I don't know that one.
Okay, we have son.
Son.
It's the sign for baby.
Yeah,
But you
baby.
start with boy, daughter, or the really basic sign is girl, baby, but we just do it like this.
So you just come down to this hand,
Yeah.
Dr. Bill has you coming down to the crooked
Yeah,
here.
he's being really formal, giving you the whole baby sign, but like,
California.
I visited my daughter. You don't have to do, I visited my daughter. You do it every time.
Okay.
And then what son is this?
Yeah, right
Yes.
up here, son.
So son,
daughter.
daughter,
So like father.
son. Why, I missed those, I guess, but I'll go practice those.
And just
From
a
here up
little,
is male, from here down is female.
I
yeah.
would not know why that is, that seems bizarre, but.
Because men have always been on top.
I'm not touching this one.
That's funny.
Our sign for boy actually is based on baseball cap. Boy is up here. I'm not sure why girl is that, but you know.
I like
It
that,
is a
so
gender
the less
stereo-
than,
No, it is still a gender stereotype, and
yeah.
if it
So
helps
one step
anyone.
below,
Oh, the woman is the base, the bedrock.
Mm.
I like your interpretation, but I'm just
Foundation
saying.
of life right there.
Or
There
to
you
an
go.
ally.
That's
Um,
darn right.
Just to go over something real quick, gender neutral is in the middle of the face. If you don't want to denote a
Somebody
gender.
asked me about that.
Yeah. So when parents don't want to define a gender for like two parents, you can do just parent like that. Otherwise, if it's a male and female parent, the sign for parent is mom, dad, like that. But it's perfectly valid to do parents, sibling, gender neutral child. Yeah, just like that. Now let me see. Do we want to do animals or some new signs?
We have 2 minutes.
You what?
We have 2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes. I can go over this in 2 minutes. Come on.
It's 1, 2 like this.
1, 2.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, you can
oh,
show
two
the
minutes
number.
up there, yeah,
Minutes.
sorry. That's wrong, yeah.
New signs.
Yeah.
Two signs, two
Two
signs.
signs.
Okay, there are a couple that I do want you to have finish or to be all done. This is really,
We know
really
that one pretty
important.
well.
This can be done like finish, like stop what you're doing, quit it. What are you doing? Finish. There's also a pun where you sign fish because deaf people say psh, 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 when they want you to stop with something, so they'll say fish, fish, fish. So finish, quit it. To be all done is with 2 hands. Finish with that. And already is typically done twice, but you work already? Like work already can be done like that. That means like have you finished working? Are you done working? Finish also applies to I've already done something.
Already went to work.
Homework. Yeah, homework's done already. Just like that. Finish, quit it, stop. All
Show,
that.
show homework again, it's.
Oh, sorry, yeah, home and then work.
And work, okay.
Homework.
Mhm.
Next we have can versus possible. Yeah, there's a difference between those 2 words. Can is very definitive, like I can do this. Possible is bouncing. A lot of words follow that suit. We'll learn more about that, but I can. Well, you don't typically say I can do this. You usually say like.
So with
I'll go
can,
with
you go to the non-dominant? dominant
No, you
sign?
actually do it in front of you. Sorry,
Okay.
I was switching to show that there's 2 different
Oh, okay,
signs.
okay.
But yeah, can, possible, both just like that. This is the sign for about, as in this book. What's it about? Book about. It's just like when, but with a whole bunch of fingers about. Versus the numerical about. This is about this many days in the week about. And I'm gonna make a video of all of this. Go over the vocab. You'll get to rewatch it. We have none and no one. These are both actually interchangeable, but it's good to just have both of them at the same time. So like, nobody showed up. Nobody showed up. Or, did anyone show up? None. You can use both of them like that. None is a little more definitive. None like this is more about if something happened. Nothing. And the very last one I want to show you is school. is just a good concept for school. I don't think that needs much explanation, but it's cool. There are quite a few more vocab words that I want to introduce you to, but for now we'll cut it right there. I will make us another vocab video. Did you already see? I kind of forget if I published 2 videos for last week.
No, I
You
just did.
You did? I just saw
Just
that.
the one?
I just saw that.
Is this one not the class video though?
No, we did do just a class.
I got the-
didn't
I
see
got
any
one.
vocab.
Oh, no slides. Okay.
I didn't see any vocab.
Okay, I did make a slide video. I just didn't upload it because I went to the library and left.
Okay.
So
Alright.
I'll do that. Vocab video. And as per usual, just send me any questions you have. I really like answering your questions.
What was all done again?
The what?
What was all done?
All done.
No, that little stinker.
Yeah.
Oh, no, my 18-month-old granddaughter, when my daughter says, when we're sitting there, are you done? My granddaughter will go.
It's a good sign, right? It really evokes
Yeah.
the nature of it.
I know all over their class, their preschool classroom, the rug is kids doing sign spelling, and the words of the week are supposed to be signed and all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it's just so they can talk to me on my back.
All right. Well, one other way that I'll close out the class, instead of saying class is all done, is I'll say, thank you all, class closed. Finish. Thank you all. You did really wonderful today. This is a good review day.
Thank you.
Thank
Jack.
you.
Thanks for putting up with us, Jack.
That's a big part of it,
Well,
right?
I don't have anything better to do. You guys are in class.
Would you like a warm ride home?
Mm-mm.
No?
No way, Jose.
You like the
I
cold
ask
water?
all the time. I drive by him now and now, before I drive by going, he's just doing his thing and I'm like,
I like to call my parents on my walk back. I
You
always
have
get all
such a good
excited after my
attitude.
class. I'm like, oh, Mom, I had a class today.
You know why, don't you? He's really Batman.
So does your mom enjoy your videos? Do you send them to her?
She's maybe seen one. I don't even know if she finished that. She'll
I
be
think
proud of
they're
me.
great though, because even later, we'll be able to go back and review them whenever we want.
I'm impressed how many times you guys view the videos. I can see how many times my students view them.
Yeah.
well, now I feel bad.